Hello, I'm Linda Bennett, your spiritual counselor and psychic host for Metaphysically Speaking. Tonight we're going to talk about spirit guides. What are they? And clear up a lot of misconceptions and help you understand who and what they are. 546-7379 with your personal questions, though, right now. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. Spirit guides, what are they? Who are they? Are you a spirit guide? How many do you have? Do you have any at all? These are a bunch of the questions that we're going to be answering tonight during the body of the program. But tonight, only questions at this moment on your personal issues, or if you want to ask questions on spirit guides, you can. But during the body of the program, when we're doing spirit guides, please ask questions only on spirit guides and things that are going to be interesting to other people. Don't say, gee, do I have a spirit guide? If someone has appeared to you over and over again, or you feel like you've had help from one particular person, or you've had a set of circumstances where you've been in a special project and you felt you got extra help, call about that. But right now we have personal questions, and make sure you have a pencil and paper because we have class schedules, and I know you're going to want to copy that down. So right now, personal questions. Caller, first name and comment or question. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
This is Helen, and I called several weeks ago about my husband getting laid off. He was, you said there was 2 jobs coming up. He was offered one which was so bad that I couldn't even get him to take it.
Okay.
Did you look for anything coming up?
Yeah, I see 1 or 2 more offers. What did you say I said before? 3 jobs?
2 jobs.
2 jobs, okay. Then obviously you've already had one. So I would take the next one that comes, and I feel there'll be either an extension of that where there'll be an improvement on it or another job offering after that. But he may have to carry 2 jobs for a while. But I'm feeling this will all be settled out by the end of the summer, but he will be employed in the not too distant future. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you for calling. Caller, first name and comment or question.
Linda, this is Sandra.
Okay, Sandra.
I've been in the I give up on men mode for quite some time. I think you understand that feeling.
Certainly do.
Other than as acquaintances, do you see something unforeseen, though, in the romance department suddenly developing?
Well, know, if you don't date, you don't have any problems. This is my philosophy.
Yes, I know.
Actually, I don't know how you're going to take this, but I see you remarried within the next 3 years, possibly 2. And, of course, then you say, well, if you don't date, how are you going to meet him? I don't see how you're going to meet him, but I see you thinking about what I'm saying and reflecting back and saying, gosh, she was right, and this is a great guy, and looking at someone absolutely adoringly as he's looking back at you. So you know what I say all the time. Get yourself a notebook, title it Happy Soulmate Relationship Now List for my highest good in the light. Put all the things down there you want and need, including he is already who he needs to be with a history. And that's non-negotiable, okay? You don't want someone who just became interested in spirituality or just thought maybe there's a God or just stopped drinking or just stopped doing drugs or just stopped gambling or chasing skirt, whatever. Okay, you want someone who's been living a lifestyle of strength, dignity, and purpose, and all the qualities that you need to make you happy so that you're true happy soulmates. Okay, so do that, set it up, have at least 100 things, work on it every single day, make it part of your lifestyle, and you're broadcasting out into the ether on a frequency, and someone on that frequency is going to hook up. Okay? So since I do see you, and I'm not sure where, but I see all of a sudden it's going to happen, I do see you getting married again. Let's make sure it's the right one. Okay?
Sounds depressing.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I don't know if you're going to like this, but nevertheless, that's what I see.
Okay.
You know? Okay?
Thank you, Linda.
Keep me posted.
Okay.
Caller, first name and comment or question. Go ahead, caller. Where's my caller?
Hello.
Go ahead.
Linda?
Yes.
This is Helen.
Okay, Helen.
What do you see for my youngest son?
What's his first name?
Paul.
Ask me a question specifically, not a whole consultation.
Why is he so disturbed?
I'm feeling this is not a new set of circumstances. Is that correct? This is an
Right.
ongoing problem?
Right.
Part of it I'm feeling is that he's got a lot of problems, and it would be much easier if you came into me with a picture, so I made sure I covered everything. One of the problems is I'm feeling that he came through much too soon. He reincarnated too quickly, and he hadn't finished clearing out a lot of issues from his previous lifetime, and so he's brought with him...
He was premature.
Okay, well, but I mean, he's premature isn't the issue. Premature is the fact that he reincarnated too quickly. He should have waited a much longer time, and he didn't. So he brought a lot of the patterns with him that he was doing in that lifetime. And I'm also feeling there is an extreme hormone chemical imbalance, and that amongst other things. Do me a favor, get a recent picture of him, come into me for a consultation, and I'll check it for you. Okay, and I'll do a complete body scan and life scan for him.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you see anything for me?
I can only answer one question
honey,
a person.
thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay, after this caller, we'll go to classes. Caller, first name and comment or question.
Hello, my name is Carol.
Okay, Carol.
Hi, I've been doing a lot of affirmations and things like that, and I'm wondering, do you see Mr. Right in my future anytime soon?
I see yes and yes. So what I'm seeing is either you meet him and then he goes away for a while, like maybe on a business trip or something, or you meet him almost and then the second one comes along. So again, if you've got the right things down there, then make sure that he fits everything. You know, that's interesting when you say affirmations. Affirmations work if they're within the karmic realm of your life, and if they're within the timing. So, you know, if wishing made it so, we'd all have the lottery, we'd all be living where we'd like to and all have perfect lives. So it has to be within the reality of your karmic experience in this lifetime. So make sure that your affirmations and prayers and wishes do fit that criteria. Otherwise, you're going to be setting unrealistic goals that never get achieved and wasting a lot of your time and your energy, okay?
Okay.
Stay with us. Caller, first name and comment or question.
Hello, Linda. Surprise. This is Nancy.
Well, hi, Nancy.
Hi. I didn't want to put you on the spot last week with both Brandy and I being there because he has psychic abilities and I do too, and I thought three of them in the same room might be a little...
Well, we all do, you know. Everyone, even animals and plants have psychic ability. It's our soul's mind.
Right, but the degree of it, and I didn't want to have any complications. But I did want to, or he did want to, ask you if you see anything in the near future with his career in Nashville. He's already sent tapes and stuff and got response. And if you do, about what time frame?
Well, I'm feeling that if he really wants to pursue a career in music, then he's going to have to be up there. And even if he gets a job, I know where he said he was working last time. I'm not going to give him a plug on here as far as that company goes, but I would get a transfer and I would be up in Nashville because I'm feeling that he's got some potential and he can like co-write, co-assistant producer, something like that. And
not only that, he can compose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, co-write.
Yeah.
And so I'm feeling that if he's up there, he will have a lot more opportunity. It's not going to happen as much down here. So tell him to get his little tush up there.
Right. He sent about 17 tapes up. We're waiting now for the response.
You know, the Oak Ridge boys listen to everything.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah, so I'd get up there, you know, say, Randy, go, okay?
Right.
Tell him to listen to his own psychic ability.
I didn't know if it would confuse it with the three psychic minds working, you know.
But I wasn't there to answer questions last week anyhow. Just
I meant afterwards. I didn't want to ask you afterwards.
Okay.
And I thoroughly enjoyed last week.
Well, I got so many nice compliments for you guys, and you did a wonderful job for us.
Okay,
Okay, stay with us,
have
Nancy.
a good night.
You too. Caller, first name and comment or question. Caller.
Hey, this is Spike.
This is what now?
Spike.
Oh, yes, you've called before.
Yes, I have. I was just curious if you see me coming up with maybe another girl instead of the one I had last time, since she dumped me on Christmas Day.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Bye-bye, huh? Class move.
Oh, yeah.
I'm feeling you're going to be, you know, a little, you need a little readjustment time. So do your happy soulmate relationship now list and really get somebody of a little better quality. Also, I'm feeling that you need to be paying a little more attention to where you're going in life and what your goals are in life to really attract the right kind of person. So let's get you focused and come on into me for consultation and we'll see where you're going. Okay?
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for calling. First name and comment or question.
Hello, this is Jean.
Okay, Jeannie.
I'd like to know if there's a move or a change of address for me in the future.
Not yet. Where do you want to go and when do you want to go?
Well, my daughter wants me to come up and live with them in Massachusetts.
I love Massachusetts. I miss New England. Where in Massachusetts?
Near Boston.
Okay, that's where I would go. Actually, and I'm seeing you do that, and I'm seeing it'll be great, and I'm seeing you have some kind of part-time job because you're out all the time and busy and having a really nice time. you know, I hate to miss you, but nevertheless, I really feel that's a good move for you. I don't know about living with them for long term. You may want to get, you know, an apartment on your own for your own privacy, but I do feel that that'll be much better for you.
I just like to be near them. You think I will make that move in the future?
You can if you want to, yes.
I can if I want to.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We have another caller? Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me show everybody the goodies here from Eastern Art. Can we do some camera work here? We've got our wonderful Shiva in the front. Hello. Can we pan down? Okay, there we go. Shiva in the front. And Shiva is the creator and destroyer and bringer of life and reality. We also, can we get in on our dragon? There we go. What a wonderful dragon he is. And they have all kinds of wonderful, beautiful things there, including a fabulous selection of books. And we have a wonderful Avalokiteswara, who is the female. Can we pan up now? There we go. The female essence of God attained through the teachings of Buddha. And usually shown as a female, can also be shown as a male. Wonderful gift items, wonderful, beautiful things for your own personal use. Get on into Eastern Art, and again, they're at, if you're passing the Countryside Mall with Sears on the right, you turn on to 580 and you zip on, make on the right, and zip right into the left, and there they are. So stay with us, we'll be right back. I'm Linda Bennett. Do you have questions about your personal life? What about your relationships? Where's your life going? How about a career? Do you need to go back to school? What about those spiritual questions you always had in your back of your mind, but you just didn't know to ask about them? Or how about finding out why you're here on the planet to begin with? Call me at 736-4567 and we'll arrange an appointment. Now, if you have a product or a service you'd like to advertise with us, call 736-4567 today. And for our meta moment, if you are at peace with your fellow man, you are at peace with your God. Nothing changes that has lasting value. And that is from the book Zen Munchkins. Okay, and that's a collection. In fact, let me show that to you here. It's a collection of goodies that have been assembled by a wonderful author, and all different authors from Lao Tzu to Buddha to all kinds of people have, there we go, have sayings in here. It's a wonderful collection. Now, a lot of the meta moments come from out of there. Okay, we're talking about guides tonight, spirit guides. Which camera do you want me to look in, guys? Take a pick. That one? Okay. Talking about spirit guides, what are they? Do you have a spirit guide? Even if you don't have one now, do you feel you've had one? How do you get one? Do you need one? All kinds of questions on spirit guides. First of all, let's define them. Spirit guides are not angels. Angels are not spirit guides. They're not fairies. They are beings that are around this planetary environment and other planetary environments that sort of go in and look over things, perhaps help, perhaps intercede every now and then. They're a guiding force, but they are not angels. Angels are their own separate category. Fairies are their own separate category. Now, to make things a little more interesting, they can also be animals. Many of us have animal spirit guides, and a wonderful thing I suggest for you is to pick up the medicine cards. If you are interested in animals and you have an affinity and a soul relationship with them. I have an animal guide that has been with me for eons and eons of time, and then I have others as well that you may not normally think of. And they're there to protect you. They're there to sort of run interference at times when you should have interference, and they're there to give you some kind of positive influence, be they critter or person. We could also have other guides that we might classify as ETs, or guides that have never been on this physical planet, but have a soul vibration that can help us as humans with information. Now, they can be a grandmother, they can be someone you've been a relative with in this lifetime, someone you've been a relative or a friend with in other lifetimes that you don't even remember. It's a being that finds you and says, I am going to influence this individual, try to help, try to inspire at times. Sometimes they don't even send ideas, they just send inspiration and encouragement. So it's very different from what many people have in mind when they say, well, I have a spirit guide. It can be a child even that maybe you miscarried, or a child that died very young, and that child watches out for you or perhaps other children in the family. I've dealt with a lot of people who've said that their kids say they feel like there's another child in the home. And I'll tune in and I will describe this child, and it's what a child would have looked like, the age of this child would be now, who perhaps died in childbirth or in an accident or something like that years earlier. So it can often be something like that. It can be a soul that has not inhabited this planet for a great deal of time, perhaps 10,000 years, 5,000 years, but enjoys helping other beings and is not necessarily holding himself or herself back in the reincarnative process, which you might think, because they're of service to God and the universe and to others. So they're making their progress, but in a very different way that you might be thinking of. I'm also not talking about beings like Buddha or Mary or Christ or Krishna or Durga, special powerful radiances of God, or souls that never had to reincarnate, like Christ, for instance. He chose to come in the physical body when he needed to, Mary, etc. I'm simply talking about human or human-type souls or animal souls. And if you've had experiences like this, I'd be very interested in finding out how you handle them and how you perceive that you had someone. Now, sometimes they just simply attach themselves to you in, say, this lifetime, and they decide to watch out for you because they like you, they like your personality, they might be interested in your family, they just might be curious and figure, well, I have this kind of a personality, I might just want to hang around. They might also see that you're going to be having difficulties in your life and they feel that you need extra inspiration. Doesn't mean that your guardian angel isn't doing its job. It simply means that this soul decides that you may need a little help. It can also be someone who comes for a short period of time. Perhaps you're ill, perhaps you're going through a divorce situation, or you have a sick child, or you're trying to get pregnant, or you're moving and you're going through all sorts of difficulties, or someone in your family is dying, and they have encouraging energy, or perhaps they had exactly the same set of circumstances in another lifetime, and they are radiating thought patterns to you so that you can pick up how to handle it as well as perhaps they did, or maybe better than they did, as they're sending you thought inspiration. Okay? Now the phone is ringing in there, but we only want calls that are going to be of interest to other people, guys, so spirit guides are what we're talking about. If I have one more person sit in my office and say, I have a spirit guide, he's an Indian chief, I think I'll throw up. So usually I get this kind of stuff when you go to like the bookstores and somebody's sitting there doing little mini readings and they talk about these Indian spirit guides. Most people don't have Indian spirit guides. I'm talking about Indian from this country spirit guides, because they only work with a certain kind of energy. Okay, there would be two types of Indian spirit guides. One where you had Indian in your background, either in this lifetime or another lifetime, and there's an association there if you're Cherokee, Navajo, or whatever. Or if you're handling a particular spiritual issue, or you're trying to communicate to people that they know that they can reach and have an affinity for, then they will come and help you. I had a very unusual experience on the Cherokee Reservation in North Carolina several years ago, up on the top of a mountain in the middle of the winter, and that was nippy. And I was sitting there looking out over the valleys and the mountains, and all of a sudden I saw everything flooded out, and then I felt this presence next to me, and it was a giant Indian on a giant, I think they're called Palomino horses. Those are or paint, I'm not sure, they're white and brown, a large spotting. And he had a full headdress dragging down on the ground, and he took his staff and he showed me again everything that I was seeing, and I said, well, why will everything flood out? I thought this area was going to be safe. And I was amazed to see that this area was, I felt, a psychically dead area. What's happened on the reservation is really pretty awful. And that's what his point was, that this was a dead area spiritually. It needed to be covered over. And he showed me things that were going to be happening. And he stood there, and I meditated, went into deep meditation, thanked him. He stayed there with me for a while, and then when I came to, he was gone. So he came to show me a particular set of circumstances that were coming up in the future, and confirmed what I had been feeling psychically about that particular area. When I drove into the reservation, I saw a Catholic church, a Jewish synagogue, the Mormons, the Baptists, the Pentecostals, every religion, and nothing of the people, nothing of the spirituality that the Cherokees had and cherished and were so special with. So they destroyed their own spirituality. They went away from spirituality and respecting the earth, and they were going to customs that were not of their God soul energy. So that was quite interesting. I've never seen him again. You may have that set of circumstances where you're being shown something that is profound for perhaps just you to know, or perhaps that you're going to be sharing with other people. So a spirit guide can come to you for a certain set of circumstances, maybe on a one-time basis. Or maybe that they're there, but you don't feel them after that. They're just observing to see how you pass along the information and do you do it accurately. If you get confused, which can happen sometimes when you get a vision like that, if you don't see all of it, because sometimes it's crammed in so quickly that you don't retain on the conscious level all of the details. And what they will do is they'll move forward when you're relaying this information, and they will revitalize, re-energize the vision that you had or the information that you got so that you can give it out to other people accurately and fully and completely. It might also be that a guide will come at a certain time when you are ill so that you can have a very powerful soul transformation through an awareness. Perhaps they are in charge of a certain lifetime that you're going to be tapping into, or a certain powerful initiation experience that you're going to be having as you're unconscious. It could be in a car accident. Not everyone is met by a group of angels when they have a death experience. Some of my experiences were angels and some were angels plus. So they can be there to transform you, sort of like Anubis, transform you into another experience so that you transform yourself. You have the free will to do that. And you may never see them again until you have your final death experience in this lifetime. Some guides may work specifically with individuals for a particular cause. They may work with healers, either doctors, nurses, or rolfers, or hands-on therapists, or spiritual counselors. They may work with people who are helping other people cross over, like hospice workers. I have people who come into me who work at hospice, and they say that they feel other presences around them when they're helping someone and counseling someone who's about to die. And it's not just the person's relatives, but they feel these presences always. In other words, whoever they're counseling, they feel these same presences. And they have been told in meditation, or they have the feeling that these presences are there for them to tap into the person and be able to help them at that critical moment. So it can be that you have a particular kind of job circumstance that these guides come through. So we're going to take a break right now. This is your opportunity to review what kind of guide question you have. So call us at 546-7379. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And another meta moment. Love is its own reason for being. It is complete in itself. When love is present, the path to truth is joyous. In love, all is spontaneous. Spontaneity belongs to spirituality. The state of unlimited spontaneity in which there is interrupted self-knowledge. Isn't that an interesting thought? And that also came from Zen Munchkins as well. Talking about divine love and the spontaneity of receiving divine guidance. It could be through a guide, it could be through an angel, it could be information that's presented to you and you tap into. So loving the soul self, loving God, loving the universe. We're all interconnected. Buddha says be nice to everyone. We've all been related at one time or another. So that is talking about self-awareness, not selfish, okay, the soul self, which is part of the universal light. Okay, we've got a caller. First name and comment or question.
Hi there.
Hi. Oh, hi, Marcia.
How you doing?
Fine, and you?
What a great show.
Good.
What a good idea.
Good.
Yeah. How can you tell the difference between whether it's if something happens to you and you know that somebody's like tapped you on the shoulder and it was something bad was going to happen and they tapped you on the shoulder and it didn't happen, how can you tell whether it was your guardian angel or a spirit guide? Is there a way to know the difference when somebody saved you from something and you know that somebody saved you?
Right. If you're paying attention, you can always determine an angelic presence as opposed to like a people presence or a critter presence. I know and I see one of the critters that protects me. Sometimes one of the other critters will rub up against my leg and I'll feel that. There's a powerful radiance with an angel presence. They're extremely large. They're extremely radiant in feel, and otherwise they're special. They could be also a special being like a Buddha working with you, but they usually make their form present to you even in your subconscious. So if you can't determine that, generally we would say it's a spirit guide. Okay?
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Namaste.
Namaste. Caller, namaste, by the way, means I bow to the God within you, your soul, God, self within. Caller, first name and comment or question.
Hi, my name is Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
And I belonged to a metaphysical society some years ago, back in the 70s.
Uh-huh.
And I worked with a group of people, a man named Saul. And I felt at that time that I did have a spiritual guide with me. And over the years, I kind of lost that feeling or that sense that I did have someone. And I was just wondering, do you have to work at that to get that back, or is it just that you lose touch with that?
That's such a good question, because apparently that being was there with you because you needed the assistance at that particular time. That's part of the rest of the lecture tonight. They're not there to live your life for you or to do it for you or to always run interference. If you need special help at a particular time, they will be there. Once you've learned the lesson, they can go off and help someone else. They also may be hanging around, but at a distance, okay, to see how you're doing and to step in if you need it, and then allow you to continue on your way. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye.
And again, we don't need to call for a spirit guide all the time. Generally, they'll pop in. What you can also do is ask your guardian angel to bring a spirit guide in who will be helpful in a particular situation for you. Okay? And they're usually much better at judging who's appropriate for you and who's not. Caller, first name and comment or question.
My name is Christina.
Hi, Christina.
Hi. I have a question. Basically, my confusion is angels versus spirit guides versus guardian angels, because I feel like I have a guardian angel around me.
You do.
But I'm not sure where the overlap is.
Okay, there isn't an overlap. There is no overlap between human souls and tree souls. There's no overlap between tree souls and angel souls. There's no overlap between angel souls and fairy souls, okay? We're all different species created by the God force. Angels are not people. People are not angels. I know it's very trendy in these new books to say, oh, my grandmother is my guardian angel. Your grandmother is your grandmother, okay? And is going to stay so in this lifetime, and then maybe will be your daughter or your uncle or your husband in another lifetime. But angel species are angel species, okay? God doesn't love angels more than humans. God loves everything equally. And so therefore angels don't need to be people. People don't need to be angels. A guardian angel is one of the angel species that is assigned to us at the moment we are split out from the God light. We're split out, the angel is split out and assigned to us, and travels all through the reincarnative process and goes back home again. Now, I think there must be a special vacation paradise for angels, guardian angels who have to accompany us through this mission, but nevertheless, they stay with us throughout the eons of time. Sometimes you get assigned a second guardian angel, either just for one lifetime, for a particular time, but that again is a guardian angel. You may have a lot of lifetimes where you've been of service, and so you get a permanent second guardian angel to help your other guardian angel, but that guardian angel may specialize in people, giving people guidance and protection who do special work. Okay, but there are angels. We'll probably do another show on angels again. There are angels of all different categories. Okay, just like there are souls that we would call human type all through the galaxies. Okay.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, but could you call a spirit guide to you through your guardian angel?
Yeah, you can. That's just what I said. If you're working on a special writing project, for instance, or you're going to be helping children, or you're going through a health difficulty,
okay. All right.
You may want to ask your guardian angel to help find a spirit guide for you that had a set of circumstances that were similar and now is older and wiser and can inspire you.
All right, thank you.
Okay?
Okay.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Before we take the next call, let me talk about another type of spirit guide. There are spirit guides that inhabit areas. There are spirit guides that inhabit, say, the desert. If you go out west, you will feel a lot of Indian presences out there. There are spirit guides who inhabit forests. There are spirit guides who inhabit areas where something very traumatic took place, like a war, like a phenomenal accident, like an earthquake. And they hang around that area and they vibrate. Now, I'm not talking about hauntings where people fear death or don't want to believe that they're dead. I'm talking about spirit guides that help people who go to that area because there is still trauma attached to that, and they help you understand the truth of what went on so that you're not frightened or misled. There are certain spirit guides that hang around cemeteries, for instance. They're not haunting the cemetery. They're comforting the people who come there. Why anybody goes to a cemetery, I have no idea. That's not where souls hang out. But they're comforting the people who do go there, all right? So there are spirit guides who inhabit certain areas. There are spirit guides who inhabit maybe a certain community, an older community, and they know that people live there who have certain karma to deal with, so they inspire. Okay, so there are guides that can be in the ocean areas, guides that can be in a trauma center, guides that go through every type of experience and radiate protection and wisdom anywhere you happen to be. Guides that are at Stonehenge, for instance, guides that are at the Pyramid of Giza. Everywhere on the planet are beings who choose to stay and radiate truth and inspiration. Caller first, and that's how you get certain inspiring thoughts when you're at a particular place, whether you're at the forest or whether you're at Giza, whether you're out in the desert somewhere, because the guides radiate that to you and work with your guardian angel. Caller first, name and comment or question.
Jason.
Okay.
I have a question. My mother passed away about 5 years ago, and is it true that you can feel her when, like, she's around and she guided me to do certain things, yes or no?
Sure. Sure. If you're sensing someone, that person is there. If you suddenly think of that individual, that person is there. Just like you can feel someone walking in behind you if they're coming in the room with groceries or something. You can feel someone who is not in the physical body any longer. One of the things you want to do with a relative who's been like a parent or a child who's crossed over is to tell them not to worry about you, that you're going to be okay, don't be earthbound, to go off and do what they need to do, but to come back and visit every now and then.
Right, because she passed away when I was 16, and, like, there's certain things that happened in my life, like, and then, like, I'd sit there and I'd just be, like, talking to her, and, like, the whole room would just, like, turn cold, or, and I just wonder if that was, like, her, or if it's just...
Yeah, the reason it turned cold is because unless you reach a certain spiritual level where you can generate your own field, okay, energy field, you have to pull in energy from the rest of the room to manifest enough. Okay, so some people say, oh, if it's cold, it's evil. It's not evil, okay? Evil can manifest any way it wants to. But generally, most souls, until they get to a certain spiritual level, will be cold in the room because, again, they pull the energy from other parts of the room so that they can manifest enough to let their presences be known to you. Okay?
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Caller, first name and comment or question. Caller.
Hello, Linda?
Yes.
Oh, hi, this is Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Hi. I wanted to know if the guide has to be somebody, a spirit that has passed on before. I know myself at several times I've had messages or feelings that I've needed to go and help someone, help them through, and then sort of lost touch with them after that. And I've had experiences where people have come to me, sort of in my time of trouble, and helped me and kind of have passed on.
Well, you're a spirit guide in the physical body.
Okay.
Okay? You know, again, when we're in the physical planes, we're referring to spirit guides because they're not in the physical body. But you're giving a good explanation of what it's like, but you're just in the physical body, and they might be in the physical body. What generally happens is the guardian angels will say, hey, you know, so-and-so needs help. And if this guardian angel doesn't do it, then a spirit guide watching out for you and knows that you're compatible with somebody else's energy and that person's compatible with yours. So putting two people together who can be of comfort to each other or can help each other out at a particular time.
But yet it's not a long-term relationship.
Doesn't have to be.
Okay.
You know, you can say hello to someone. You can give someone directions on the street. You can smile at someone and say, gee, you look really nice today as you're passing by in the supermarket. And that gives them such a radiance and such a joy. Maybe they were told they looked ugly that day. Maybe they told they might lose their job. And you just sending that little beam of light and that kindness just boosted them right up. And you were being a spirit guide at that particular time.
And you're rewarded as in a sense by having people come to you in the same way.
That's right. You know?
Great.
Every good deed gets rewarded. I know there's a sarcastic expression, no good deed goes unpunished, which is sort of like my life.
Know the feeling.
But all goodness is rewarded at one time or another.
Thank you, Linda.
My pleasure. So remember, guys, angels are angels, special beings help us are special beings, and spirit guides are spirit guides. Stay with us for Inner Journey. is where we get a chance to tune into the divine energies, and tonight we're going to be calling upon spirit guides to help us and influence us. So sit up nice and straight, and with your eyes closed, you're focusing right above the nose, between the eyebrows. So through the nose, take a nice deep cleansing breath, filling us with God's brilliant white light of love, protection, peace, and harmony. And feel your guardian angel taking you into the forest, to a beautiful stream with magnificent lotus blossoms, and introducing you to the spirit guide of transformation and awakening. His staff of radiant God light is leading you deep into the forest, helping you cleanse and purify and lose all of the fears and bring in joy and harmony. And suddenly before you, in an amethyst garden, is the guardian of wisdom and enlightenment. Feel her energy surrounding you. God's light flowing into every pore and every cell, into your conscious and subconscious mind, awakening to all of the guides throughout your lifetimes who have been there to help you, are there today, and will be there in the tomorrows. Allow her to show you the many beings who God sends to give us assistance. See the giant silver elephant radiating strength, power, protection, symbolizing Ganesha, God in the form of removing all obstacles for people on spiritual paths. Feel the strength of the silver elephant clearing the way for you to be enlightened and transformed. Now feel the presence of a young, gentle girl of innocence and joy, protected by her giant golden lion, who protects us all, truth seekers, kind souls. The supreme strength protecting the most gentle and fragile, working together to awaken you to these beautiful qualities of vulnerability. And now meet a guide of the sea with her dolphin. Dolphins, ancient spiritual beings, serving God by staying on this planet in tremendous difficulty to radiate light and pure love to us all. Feel the purity, the gentleness of purpose of these guide beings, sending their love to you, assisting you in your soul transformation. And now feel the presence of a great Indian chief working with the bird spirits to help you receive God's messages, to help you send prayers to others, to the angels, to spirit helpers, guides of the air, of the clouds, of the astral world. Feel an eagle flowing beneath you and taking you up into the sky, through the clouds, up into the galaxies, deeper and deeper into the astral worlds, into the magnificent temple of wisdom. And the guide of the temple, the special guardian of spiritual transformation, meets you, takes you by the hand, and speaks gently with you, giving you purpose, showing you why you came to the planet in this lifetime, and how you can make your life better, more fulfilling, more true, more powerful, more joyful. Feel the blessings of the Heavenly Father, Divine Mother radiating down into this temple, flowing directly into you. Love and purpose and harmony, spreading throughout the entire planet to all forms of life, to the very core of our planet, and back again, and up and throughout the galaxies and the universe, in spirals and circles of light and love and peace. For we are one with God, for we are one with the universe. Hello, I'm Linda Bennett. Do you have questions about your personal life? What about your relationships? Where's your life going? How about a career? Do you need to go back to school? What about those spiritual questions you always had in your back of your mind, but you just didn't know who to ask about them? Or how about finding out why you're here on the planet to begin with? Call me at 736-4567 and we'll arrange an appointment. Now, if you have a product or a service you'd like to advertise with us, call 736-4567 today. And for those, again, who want to learn how to meditate at home and reduce your stress, or learn how to breathe, or cleanse all the disappointment and the sorrow and the bitterness out of your life and bring you new joy and harmony, and then perhaps tap into your own true potential, pick up my 2-cassette kit called Inner Journey Volume 1. It's available at Chundo Taekwondo, and it's also available at the temple where I do my consultations and we teach classes. So come on in and pick them up. No subliminals, no hypnotics, people. If there was a shortcut to spirituality, believe me, I would have found it, I would have patented it, and I would be making a fortune on it today. There is no shortcut, guys. It's you making your own effort into your life. So that's the way to do it. 2-cassette kit, Inner Journey Volume 1. Okay, caller, first name and comment or question. We can continue on guides, or we can do your personal questions. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yes, my name's Lisa. My husband and I have been having some problems, and I was just wondering if you see us working things out, or...
You know, sometimes you can work things out. It's just going through, a difficult energy pattern. I'm feeling that's the case, but I'm also feeling you two are drifting apart, and we have differences here. Right. So you need to get in for counseling, whether it's to me or somebody else you trust, okay? My rule for counseling is one person comes first. I tell you all the things that I'm seeing, and then I send you home with a counseling agreement that both of you must sign. I don't charge extra for counseling the two people. I know a lot of people do. I do not. So therefore, that's how I do it. One person first, and then both of you, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Caller, first name and comment or question. Caller.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Vicki, Linda.
Okay.
And I have a question about my husband's work.
Okay, what's your husband's first name?
Clint.
Okay.
And his job is moving. I wonder what you see for him.
Where is it moving to?
It's moving. He's moving over the Skyway Bridge. We're in Clearwater now.
Okay. And so they're just relocating the offices, in other words?
Right.
Okay. And so what's the problem?
Well,
I
wondered, do you see him staying there?
I feel he needs to, and I'm feeling that, that's where he needs to be for the time being. So I tell him not to complain about the commute. I know it's a drag, but nevertheless, he's got a job, and I've got a lot of people sitting in my office who don't have a job.
Well, Linda, do you see us moving over that way towards his job?
You may want to do that. I wouldn't recommend it for, say, the first year, because I'm feeling there are going to be some other changes, and he may take another job situation before that happens, or he may get situated in another place. Okay. So don't do anything right away.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Caller, first name and comment or question.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Oh, yes. This is Michelle, and I'm feeling like I have a lot of positive things going on in my life, and I'm feeling
Good
like...
for you!
I think. And I'm thinking that I'm supposed to be moving to my residence. What do you see about that?
I do see a change of residence for you. I see 2 of them in the next few years. So you may move to a temporary location, they may move to a more permanent one. Where would you like to move to?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of scared to move out of the area that I'm in now. So probably
trust me, there's 50 states and lots of countries.
Right.
Where are some of the possibilities?
Basically, right now I'm just looking around here because of my work and stuff like that. So
what's the other one?
Huh?
Where's another one? I feel an out of the area.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I don't have a clue.
Okay. I'm feeling an out of the area, probably in the northeast quadrant.
Oh, really?
Of the United States, so that's a possibility for you as well. If you move and you're in Florida, stay in Vision Cable Country so you can still get my program. I can't tell you how many people call me and say, I don't get your show anymore. I moved to Paragon or something, and I hate it. Where are you? Well, I'm on Vision Cable. So make sure you stay here. But I'm feeling a change of residence, but let's make sure we have a life plan for you rather than just a move.
Right.
Okay? So let's get maybe you should come in to me for a consultation and we can be a little more thorough.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Caller, first name and comment or question quickly.
My name's Ed.
Okay, Ed.
I spoke to you a few weeks ago about promotion one place or the other. Well, I got my promotion within the same company. Just want to know if, basically I listened to what you said and it turned out pretty good.
Hey, can you imagine that?
Figured you need some good news occasionally, right?
Yeah, we do.
Just want to know, I guess I'm going to be staying where I am.
For a while, yes, I do see that.
And I guess now I could go up to the next level, and that's why I was going to curious. Do you see any changes in the next few years?
Yes, I do. I feel perhaps in a year, 18 months, there's going to be another change for you, but I feel it's good. So, just keep moving along in a positive fashion. Be visualizing, what you want out of this job experience and get as much education, information, whatever, to support your position and your move forward. So now, since you know where you are in your job and you're sort of, doing okay there, you should come into classes and get some more spiritual guidance, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see you there.
I appreciate your time, Linda.
Okay. Take care. We have time for another caller. We do. Okay, quickly. Caller, first name and comment or question.
Linda. My name is Linda.
Okay.
Are guides guardian angels?
No, that's what I was saying. Angels are angels. Guides are human type or animals, okay? Or human type even from another galaxy who have never seen planet Earth until they flew by. Okay, they're never angels. Angels are angels. Trees are trees. Flowers are flowers. Birds are birds. Angels are angels. Human types are human types, okay?
Okay.
We all have a guardian angel that's assigned to us, but guides can come and go. Okay?
Oh, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. We're out of time. Just remember, if you'll open up your hearts and minds to God's universal truths, you're going to know that God and angels are always with you. Stay with us.